A police informant helped lead authorities to those they believe are responsible for stealing more than $100,000 worth of copper wire from island campuses and businesses. The information was enough probable cause for police to obtain a search warrant where they found the mother lode. GPD spokesperson officer A.J. Balahaja.
From that search warrant, they confiscated approximately 8 tons of copper wire. We have had representatives from DOE and GPA come out and take a look at those items, and there has been some positive ID of the copper wire that has been recovered.
Through additional investigation, police executed search warrants at 3 residences in the Dededo area, including this green tin home on Route 3. Detectives discovered numerous cutting tools and copper wire rubber insulations, as well as other equipment that was stolen from burglaries at several businesses. As a result, they arrested Freddie Siswico, Terrence Joe Chiquina Minnow, and Eric Faisal on numerous counts of burglary, theft of property, and crimes against the community for allegedly stealing copper wire from Finnegodson, D.L. Perez and Weddingdale Elementary Schools, F.B. Leon Guerrero and Antolon Middle Schools, Western Pacific Supply, Emerald Tower, CTSI, and other establishments. Police also arrested Albert Timenglow for burglary and theft of property. According to court documents, Timenglow admitted to stealing copper wire from local businesses, but said he didn't steal from the local schools because, quote, it was wrong. He then identified Siswico, Faisal, Minnow, and a Jesse Delgado, who wasn't charged, as being responsible for the copper wire thefts at the schools. Balahaja says during the search warrants on Friday, police also arrested 2 women, Debbie Lynn Faisal and Maggie D. Faisal, for child abuse.
The child abuse case or the charges stem from less than adequate living conditions for children in those residents, and the detectives contacted CPS where 9 children were taken in.
Maggie Faisal was also charged with theft by receiving. Now, KUAM did some research and found that Viba Recycling, located in Harmon, applied for a solid waste processing facility permit back in December of 2011. But the company only received the green light to accept solid waste such as copper wire, aluminum, and other materials from the Guam Environmental Protection Agency on January 7th. That's 2 days before police recovered 16,000 pounds of copper wire inside the facility. Court records indicate that the men took the stolen copper wire and sold it at an unregulated recycling center dating back to early December, where they received cash in exchange for the copper wire. Police have not commented on whether Viba Recycling had been keeping logs of the items they received as is required by law, but Guam EPA will need to determine if there is evidence to prove the company was operating illegally prior to obtaining the permit. Guam EPA Administrator Eric Palacios.
However, many days after our investigation is complete, we determined that they had been accepting solid waste before they were lawfully able to accept solid waste. We would assess a penalty.
These companies need to work with us to make sure, to ensure that, you know, nobody's going to go out there and steal copper and then turn it into these recycling companies that are just going to cover it up. Because if we find out, then somebody's going to go to jail.
KUAM was unable to reach the owners of Viba Recycling today to get their comment on operating without a solid waste permit. At this point, the owners have not been arrested for theft by receiving stolen property, but police confirm the case remains under investigation. Reporting in Harmon for Guam's News Network, I'm Indy Egan.